Hey y'all, this is Hazzie.
And Nord.
And today Nord's going to play a game called Empires Shall Fall by the developer Weird Penguin Games. Empires Shall Fall is a turn-based tactics game set in a Dieselpunk world.
I'm looking forward to it. So let's get right in. We're going to go straight to playing. We're going to do a campaign. This. All right, we're going to go to prologue so that people can get an idea of what's going on here. And we're going to start with the first strike. The Black Empire is attacking the Liverstadt border on several fronts. Colonel Julie and Lieutenant Dina are going to investigate the situation. Let's play that out. It's an ambush! Squad, get ready! The game isn't over yet. Today we'll teach the Imperials a lesson. Reinforcements have arrived! This diesel can take a beating. Their bullets won't pierce that armor. Let's go to battle. So you select a unit, hover over an empty blue cell to move, or over an enemy to attack, and then confirm. So you got mouse cursor, confirm, cancel, and we're not using gamepad. So destroy enemy units. We can do that. So first thing first, as you can see, you have different stats based off of the terrain that you're on. So that's all good stuff. And the riflemen, because they're in the woods, they get some extra defense. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get one of them severely weakened. And we'll go with that one first. Get in there! And we did. And there's a whole bunch less of them now. Way to go, us. And we should be able to finish this off. Indeed, domination. That certainly looks like domination to me. And since that one got a kill, it ranked up. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to do more damage than we're going to take on this. But we're not going to do as much. There we go. At least they're significantly weakened. Okay. After all units have taken their action, end the turn. Hover over an empty cell and press right-click, then select End Turn. We can do that. Here they go. Back off, bastards! And we're still standing. We have lost no units. So, because we already got a rank up on the rifleman here, let's go ahead and get one on our tank. Kaboom. Unit health is displayed as a number. For example, the number 7 indicates the unit is about 70% of its health remaining. No number means that the unit has 100% health. Highlighting an enemy unit during the attack phase will show the amount of damage that will be dealt or received. You can skip the battle animation by double-clicking, yada yada yada. In the settings, you can change the type and speed of the battle animation to fit your playstyle, as well as disable tutorials and dialogues. But we're not doing that because this is a showcase, folks. So we want people to know what's up. We're gonna come down and we're gonna come from here. We're gonna attack from the woods. And I'm gonna wait there. And turn. 4 on 4. We're still up. We haven't lost that unit yet. Way to go, us. So no units lost. I'm happy with that. So, let's just go ahead and finish this one up. Domination! I like the whole little animation for it and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think it's cool. So, what caught my eye about this game is it sort of reminded me of... I can't remember what the game is, but it's very colorful and it's set up like this. War something? Can't remember the name. There's dogs in it too.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's...
Because we have such good memories, we might have to put that in post-edit. But we know what it is. And they had a sequel.
Yes, they had something too. War something? War Tactics? That doesn't sound right. War Front?
It has dogs. We know that. And nice coloring, and it has similarities.
Anyways, it reminded me of that game. That's why, except for like a different theme with the Dieselpunk. So that's why I was interested in this game.
And this is the part where everybody gets to know how incredibly good our memories are. This is it, folks. Peak memory. All right. Enough! The infantry can't stop the diesel! Sound the retreat! Chase after them! The Imperials must not get away! No. Everyone fall back. We need to regroup. They'll have more forces on the way. Yes, Colonel. So we kept everybody alive that time. 3 turns, 4 units destroyed, 0 lost. So speed, power, technique, all good. Got a total rank S. Look at that. We did good stuff. We will be moving on to the Old Mountains. Our intelligence detected a convoy of Empire diesels in a mountain canyon. Lieutenant Dina moves to intercept it. Let's go ahead and get that going. Lieutenant, you have launch...
I just remembered Wargroove.
Yes, yes. Well done. Not a bit too late. Lieutenant, you have launchers at your disposal. They can attack the enemy from afar, but are vulnerable in close combat. Marauders, like riflemen, are capable of dealing significant damage, unlike riflemen, sorry, to diesel units, but are limited in movement. Thanks for the advice, Colonel. Now start shooting. Show no mercy. So, you can check the unit description, mouse and hover over the unit and press right-click. So, okay, move to zoom in and out of the camera. Use the scroll wheel for movement. We have the arrows and stuff. Destroy enemy units. So, that's the example of it, and then there you go. Anyways, previously you could do the movement and then stuff, but these units do not work like that. These launcher units. So, indirect support infantry unit. They cannot attack and move in the same turn. Requires cooperation with other units. So, kind of spells out what I was just saying. Additionally, we have the Marauder here, which, as you can see, has a movement of only 2 boots. So it moves a lot less. But it's still very strong against the diesels and stuff. So, even though we're facing 4 of them, we should be fine. And then we got a couple riflemen, and then we have one of our own here. Anyways, let's go ahead and start doing some damage. Let's get in there! That didn't look like getting in, but, you know, that works fine for me. Since the biggest threats are the IFVs, we're going to go ahead and focus on hitting them. Even though I could have also hit the riflemen there. Crush them all! And so we've significantly weakened them there. Let's go ahead and get this one up and moving. And we'll have this one pull back to right here. With that, I am happy to end our turn. So based off of the movement is 3 boots. So that would be 1, 2, 3. We would probably have to be down here in order to make them completely out of position. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and continue picking these apart. That's barely anything left. I like that. Same with that one. And then we'll work on this one. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have gone for the one in the forest. Maybe I should have gone for the one on the flat terrain. Either way, we are still weakening everything as it comes up on us. I could move up here and finish this, but I think more ideally I want to try and lure them into a bad position. So, 1, 2, 3. I think I'll go to here and wait. We'll go to here and wait. And turn.
I also like the music in this.
Oh, dude, the music's awesome. 100%. All right, so with them having taken the bait on that, to be able to wipe this out. And we took no damage in return, which is great. Should be able to come up here, get an extensive amount of damage, and because we don't finish them, we're not going to be able to be attacked by anything in return but them. So there we go. We really weakened them, and we're still set. All right. For this, since you can't hit anything, we're going to have you move over to here. You, on the other hand, you can take this out, or weaken it out. Nice work. And this one's going to have to be going over to here. And turn. All right, and then they're sending one here. Like, this just works out perfectly if they're just going to keep sending them piecemeal at us like this. And now we have it even stronger because it ranked up. We have to get some movement going before we can actually do anything with these, unfortunately. And same with that. Would we? No, we wouldn't be able to make any movements. We should be able to get up here and finish this, though. So 5 on 3. Wasted them. We have a small group that's still left. Pull up to here, so that we'll be able to hit this. We'll also be able to hit it with that. And we'll move this one out as well. And we're going to end our turn, and this should be the last little bit. So while they were able to damage us, we're still standing. Just exactly what we want to do. And let's finish off that little bit left. Way to go, us. Unterofficer, I suggest we record our losses and cease the operation. How could the League soldiers have learned of our plans? Cancel the attack, we're retreating. Battalion, prepare for a forced march. Catch up and destroy their forces. So there we go. We did it in 5 turns. We destroyed 6 units. We lost 0. Speed, blah, 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 blah. So our speed could have been better, but in general, we still got a rank S. Look at that. We are moving on to Tread of Imperials. One of our lines of defense is broken. Dina goes to rescue the surrounded border defenders. Ammunition is running low. The enemy has numerical superiority. We won't hold out for long. Trucks will promptly deliver new ammunition and transport infantry to the battlefield. Don't forget, trucks provide ammunition to all friendly units on adjacent cells. And yes, firing at diesel without ammunition, or firing a diesel. No, it does say at. So firing at diesel without ammunition is pointless. Infantry, get in the trucks, and let's go! So, light attack is effective against light units, or against units with light armor. So, you know, this sort of stuff. Medium and heavy attacks are useful against medium and heavy armor, respectively. Universal attack is equally effective against all armor types. All attack types, except light, consume 1 ammo per attack. If a unit runs out of ammo, it will use a light attack if available. To load, select infantry, move it to the truck tile, and then press load. To unload, select unload after moving the truck, and specifying the landing point. At the end of its turn, the truck continues to dispense supplies to allies on adjacent tiles, even after unloading. So you can take advantage of multiple things from them with that. Destroy enemy units. So, we have 2 of the IFVs and some riflemen. It does say, though, that we're outnumbered, so there's going to be something more showing up, I'm sure. Gonna go ahead and get you in here, load you up. Gonna get you in here and load you up. Let's go ahead, get to right here. Unload. And offer some supply. And then we'll get to, because we don't want this to be too far forward, we'll unload you right behind us. And then, once again, offer some supply. That leaves us with 2 of our tanks and 1 rifleman that are able to do actions. Oh, yeah, and a marauder. Don't want to forget that. Alright, so in these sort of situations, we'd get a 51-21. Seems fine. Are we able to double up on that? Yeah, so we can probably help finish one of them off with that. Go ahead, and we'll move down here. Attack this. Right, we didn't take too much in return. That's good. We'll go ahead and take this one out from further down, because I want to decrease the risk of getting attacked by this IFV. This is a 67-21. I think we gotta take it. We have to make sure that we're weakening them. And then move you up all the way. And that's everything that we can do on our turn. Yes, I was figuring that this would take place, but we're still alive, which is what I was shooting for. Wasn't trying to stop from taking any damage. And they weren't able to do very much there, so that works out fine. They're just weakening themselves while not being able to finish off a single unit of ours. Surround the enemy for the glory of the Black Empire. No step back! So we're pretty well positioned, even though we're being, quote, surrounded. Go ahead. That one looks good. That one looks even better. Can we finish this? Yeah, let's get a kill with them, so that they'll get a promotion. Helps them out. Not sure if this is going to finish this off. Nope. Just barely left alive. Alright, they have 2 of them left. That's a significant amount of damage right there. We'll go ahead and attack from the trees, so that we have some defenses if we, well, when we get counterattacked. That's good. Let's see. Is there any way? Okay, at least we're able to resupply by doing that. And then we'll go ahead and move this on up. Be able to supply them. So we may actually be able to lose this one, but I'm hoping not. Trying to take no losses. Oof, never mind. That was loss. Oh well. We did our best. That. We'll go ahead and get an additional rank here. Since it's our heaviest hitter, being able to do that much damage will be pretty handy. Go ahead and finish this. They will be able to get to there. 1, 2, 3, with an attack for that. So staying here is fine. Gonna go ahead and load up into you. And we're gonna drop you off right here. We're gonna load you up. We're going to drop you off right here. And we're decently well positioned for being able to handle all of that. Okay. Unfortunately, I did lose one unit, but we're still doing pretty well. And now they've tried to cross that much of a gap, putting themselves in a pretty bad position. With not very much left. This is a 71-16. I will take that. Finish that off. Can you cover this much ground? You can. Excellent. Tactical superiority. Gunther officer, the 7th Diesel Battalion has arrived. Just in time, Commander. I was about to lose. Thank you. Soldiers, our job here is done. Let's go. Definitely a good time to get out. So we destroyed 7. We lost 1. We still got a rank of S. Our speed was the weakest thing, but we still did good. Yay, us. Here we are at Diesel Valley. The League's army has gathered its forces and is preparing to attack the Black Empire in the Diesel Valley. So we're going to actually start getting some resource buildings. You'll get to see how that works out. This time we have a choice of additional equipment. Each unit type has its own upgrades, and you cannot choose both upgrades in one row. Make decisions based on your preferred playstyle. Good luck! So this is giving us an example. So like for riflemen, you can pick between these two, which also opens up this later. Select a unit and then choose the upgrades for it. To cancel an upgrade selection, select it again. To reset upgrades for the current unit, press reset, or reset all to reset upgrades for all units. So for the riflemen and the marauder, those are who we can upgrade. Let's go ahead and see what the rifleman has. Destroys 1 ammo point of the enemy after an attack. So, for instance, if we could swarm diesels with riflemen, even though we're not able to take them out, we could reduce their armor, or I mean their weapon, their ammo. Still, though, that's a lot of return damage. I suppose maybe it would make them stronger against marauders. I'm thinking that's maybe more of a marauder or rifleman versus marauder response. And then, of course, it would be good against the artillery, but still, we're not fighting that much of that. And let's look at the other one. If there is an ally nearby, receive 18% less damage. That one makes a lot more sense to me. And then we still have a couple more upgrades. Deal 25% more damage when counterattacking, so that means we have to get hit first. Deal 6% more damage for each tile traversed before attacking. That one sounds better. Let's take a look at the Marauder stuff, though, before we spend all our points. At full health, deals 12% more damage. So this is a first attack situation. At full health, takes 18% less damage. So that just kind of helps you absorb. Take 15% less damage from ground diesels. If out of ammo, takes it from the nearest ally. I could see that kind of backfiring. So I'm a fan of going with this one, and then we will take 1 for the Marauder. And let's just focus on getting attacks out rather than taking hits with them, because Marauders don't have a lot of movement. So yeah, we don't want to be putting them in positions for being on the defense. We want to be bringing them in as a second line behind Riflemen, using them offensively. Lieutenant, you have access to the barracks and factories, which you can use to recruit new soldiers. Roger that. We need resources for production. They are running low, but there are storages nearby. Capture them before the enemy does. Good idea. At the beginning of each turn, each building under our control generates income. Use the resources wisely. To win, we need to capture the enemy headquarters or defeat enemy units. Let's go! Diesels, covering the infantry. Or cover the infantry. Only infantry can capture buildings. Charge! Infantry can capture enemy and neutral buildings. Capture, move a player infantry unit to the building, then choose capture. Each capture attempt gives 1 to 10 points, depending on the unit's health. Accumulate 20 points to control a building. If a player unit is on a captured building at the beginning of its turn, the unit will receive 20 health points. However, money proportional to the unit's cost is also spent. So you can use it to refresh stuff in that way. To build units, use the barracks and the factory. Destroy enemy units or capture enemy HQ. So now we have two different options for how to win this. And let's take a look at what they have. So we have a fairly similar array. This is a barracks. This is a factory. These are just regular buildings, and yeah, okay. So we got barracks and factory. We have two neutral buildings, and then we have a second barracks right here that we can take. They have HQ, factory, barracks, city as well. So yeah. So we have a fairly similar situation. They do not have another barracks that they can take right away, though. So by getting the second barracks, we will have certain advantages that they will not. Let's go ahead. 800 and 500 to cost to build. We start out with 1,000 gold. So increasing our cash flow would be great, but also getting more barracks would be great too. So let's go ahead. We made a lot of upgrades for our riflemen, so let's get one of them going. And we have 850 left. I have been a very big fan of the IFVs, so diesels it is. I think they can work on capturing as they are infantry. I think that should work. Yep. There we go. We got half of that. Go ahead and do the same here. And we'll do the same here. So we have 3 active captures in progress. Marauder, kind of a danger. Good IFB. If I move to here, is there anything? I believe there is danger grid. Yeah, danger grid. Okay. So yeah, there's a fair amount that they can cover. So let's not move all the way up. Move to this. And we will halt or end our turn there. Then they get to go. So they halfway started capturing that. Halfway on that. Just closing ground. And it looks like they brought in a new artillery. Okay. Is this going to be... Yep, we'll be able to do that. And then from here, we should be able to finish. What's this one? Would we be able to get 2 on that? That would be fantastic if we could. I think in general, we're just going to take out this one. Especially since these are probably going to try to stay on taking the buildings. I'm hoping. So we're attacking from a defensive position, so we should take less back. We'll eliminate a certain amount of them. We lose 1. That's fine. This one's going to move up. It's going to finish it, and it's going to get a promotion for taking it out. So for armor, we already have the strength, as we have 2. They have none. Let's go ahead. Finish capturing. Finish capturing. Finish capturing. So now we have additional cash flow. We will get riflemen up to here. And we are sitting at 2550 cash. So, another IFV. And because we've been building up good stuff with riflemen, I'm going to continue with that. Alright, my expectation is that we will get attacked probably on this by this unit. These ones will do nothing, as they're going to focus on capturing. And then this one will move out to be in a better position to attack us. Probably like right here. That's my guess. Let's see how it goes. Oh, that's a fair amount. Unterofficer. The 5th Diesel Battalion has arrived. Great, now we have the upper hand in the valley. The League never gives up. Stop the enemy's advance! Yep, they stayed to capture, as was expected. Hey, they attacked not the one that I expected. This is going to hurt them a lot more than it needed to. Ooh. Jonathan, how did you get here? My scouts reported a large enemy diesel convoy. I sent my squad after them. Just in time, too. Let's teach these Imperials a lesson. So, things just, I wouldn't say they evened up, but because our forces are certainly outnumbering this side. But this works out pretty well. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of the danger grid for a second, because that's a little distracting. It would definitely be nice to work on eliminating that, because artillery is a pain in the butt. We're going to start with this, though. Got a promotion. Hold on, is this... I guess we could take this too, right? Looks that way. Kinda wish I could be right here right now. That would be awesome. Ruins gives a bit more defense than being on the road. Go with that. They're talking a lot of smack for not being able to even fire back. All right. So if I come to here and attack from the factory, that means we're on a defensive position. We're stopping them from being able to summon in more. And we were able to eliminate one of them. Now this unit's probably going to go down, but it prevents them from being able to bring in another tank on that, or another diesel as they're referring to them. All right. Let's get up to here. Capture. I'm kind of afraid of moving them too far forward. We'll just go one. And we have taken that, right? Let's go ahead and move up to here and start capturing this. This is captured, right? Looks like it is. It's a storage. Yeah. It's highlighted. All right, next unit. Let's go ahead. How are we doing on resources? We have 2,200. We're doing just fine. So let's get another diesel. Get another rifleman. And let's get a launcher at this kind of more forward one. And I'm happy with that. End turn. We saw some of this coming, yeah. We put them in a very dangerous position. They're eliminated, okay. We inflicted a fair amount of damage back on them, that's fine. Alright, we are kind of high ranked, so we do a decent amount of damage back, and we're not eliminated. This is just riflemen, so they shouldn't do too much to us. Fine. Yep, they don't have anywhere that they can go because of their positioning. So that one didn't last long enough, but that's fine. We still baited them out. So now our friends are able to back us up. Dude, there's different music for that. The music changed when the other side is doing it. Alright. We set up our buddy to be getting work done here. Excellent. Alright. First thing first. We're going to take you out without taking any return fire. Yeah. Finish that. You... Oh, darn. I'm going to say you can keep capturing. But it's going to take 2 more turns to capture with how few units we have there. Oh well. Stuff happens. Let's just cover some distance. Because of the positioning there, it should be safe to move this one up to here. Oh, how far can this one go? So you guys... Yeah, you can't. Cover the distance. Oh, no, cancel. We do not want to take up a spot that we would be able to otherwise summon something from. Capture. Excellent. That's another one under our control. From here, the question is do we attack this or do we attack this? Elimination of a unit is nice, but this one is more dangerous. Then we're right up here where we're going to get really hit by that. No, let's try to preserve this unit. We were taking hits so that our buddies over here could be better positioned. We are not going to continue to do that now. By still being alive, though, we're going to distract them, make them come after this, and pay dearly. Next unit. We will get another rifleman, get another launcher, and get another IFV. That. We just got serious production happening all around. Alright. My thought process is these ones won't really be able to do very much, but we will get this one lost to their tanks, and this is probably going to focus on their stuff. But hey, they have a lot. They have easier options to attack over here with this than they do going after ours here. So, we shouldn't lose too many. Oh. Dang. So much for taking that. Oh. Okay, I got outsmarted. Whew. That did not work well. I totally thought they were going to go for the other side. Okay. So they went after me with a vengeance, which I was not expecting. Well played. Do. I believe Phil Collins is somewhere here. Those are some brave riflemen to go up and attack them like. Alright. So the situation is not ideal with this. We're attacking this. That did not do a lot. Okay, we only got a few more left. Eliminate this. Actually, we're gonna open up a spot there. No, you will not hold the line. You're just gonna get chunked. You're gonna like it. Well, I'm gonna like it. I don't know if you are. You're probably not gonna. In fact, they did not like it. So we can finish this. This one is really annoying being right here. Well, it's annoying because it's preventing us from capturing this, which we had almost finished capturing. And it's also in a position to be harming our artillery, which is really not such a good thing. I am liking this game very much, yes. Okay, based off of that positioning, they will have to break through this in order to get to these. This unit will probably go after this, which is fine. We can sacrifice one. Get some damage on it. Maybe take down one? No, never mind. Oh well. Okay, no. Next unit. So, we're just gonna keep covering ground on that. You, another launcher. You, another rifleman. And you, we don't got enough money for. We were making more money earlier, but not anymore. All right, end turn. I think we're in a decent position. Okay, they're doing what was predicted. This was expected to hurt. Nothing is shocking about how this has gone so far. Although them throwing their lives away like that is kind of a little like, oh, whatever you're up to, man. Alright, our buddies are helping out on that one. This should be finished off. There we go. They're helping to take that. Helping to take that. So interesting, they were very heavily focused on captures rather than into out. Good to know what their priorities are. We'll finish this. Crank up. Hit that one hard. Leave it with very little. It would be nice if they weren't just coming in and taking up our spots, but whatever. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. We'll move into here, start capturing. It's an 8. 8 on each of them. That's completely worked out. Excellent. We have one final unit. So if we eliminate this, then it's level done. All right, we took out 2, lost 1. That should be it. Excellent. The enemy has split up in 2 directions. What are your further instructions, Colonel? Captain, I order you to move to Mount Pelion and detain the enemy there. Dina, we will follow the other column with you. Alright, so we lost 4, but in general, that didn't go too poorly for us. We finished off 11 too, and did it in 6 turns. Still got rank S as well.